Alright, so what's going on, y'all? Logo had her tail amputation and docking surgery yesterday. So we're gonna do something a little bit different. Logo, sit. Come. Center. Ah. She's never done this before. Center. Logo, sit. Yes. Sit. Yes. I'm sure her tail hurts, but I gotta feed her. Okay, she can stay rised. You can stay rised. Ah, rise. Stay. So yesterday, I took her to get her tail docked. And today I want to do something a little bit different. We still have to engage with each other. She can't spend all her time in a crate. So I have to take her out and engage with her. And this is how I decided I'm going to engage with her. I have to take her on walks. I still have to feed her. I don't put her food in her bowl. I did put her food in the bowl last night, but I'm not planning on doing it every day. I still have to engage with her. She still needs some kind of entertainment. She just can't sit in her crate for 2 weeks. But I have to actually have a physical view on her. So what I want to show people, find it, logo, find it. What I want to show people is the things that I say you should have if you're going to be getting a new dog or even a surgery like this for Logo. So what I'll tell people is to get one of these right here. This is just a regular leash, but on one side I have it split. This is the one that's regular that doesn't have it split, right there. That has a loop on it that you can put your arm through, and I took and cut this loop right here so you don't have to. So what you'll do, sit, Logo, sit. Good girl, stay, sit, stay, stay. Pay attention, stay, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, stay, pay attention. She doesn't get it until she learns what she's supposed to do. I understand she's in pain right now, but what I'm trying to teach her is it's still gonna need cooperation. We're just gonna have to do it a different way. I won't be forceful with her today. I won't be loud with her today. I'm not gonna cause her any stress or any anxiety. What I'm gonna do is just sit here and play with her in a relaxing kind of way. Good girl. So if you look what I did, I put this leash on her. Instead of touching her, now I would guide her with this leash anywhere I want her to be. But right now, she's not feeling it. Logo, pay attention. She's not feeling all that well. She is medicated. I didn't medicate her this morning, but I did medicate her last night. I'm gonna try not to medicate her if at all possible. But if she's in pain or something like that, I'm going to. I just don't like medication. And I feel like with medication, you can't tell what state your dog is in if it's in pain, because the medication is to alleviate the pain. And that's what I want for her. But I think you can do it other ways. I'm not a doctor. I just don't want my dog to be in pain, and I don't want her to be vomiting and sick from medication. So it does say how to give her the medication. I just feel like 4 pills all at once, plus I have to give her a fish oil, like a omega-3 oil for her coat. I have to do that with her on a daily basis as well. Pay attention. So this is all we're doing. But what I wanted to show is how you do your dog going in and out of a crate. And this is one of the reasons why I show this, because this is important and people need to know. You bring your dog to the crate. Now, when your dog is a puppy, how you'll encourage your dog to go in the crate when it's a puppy is you'll take a couple of pieces of food that you've been training it with, stay. You'll throw it inside the crate like this, and then you'll say, whatever your crate word is, mine is relax, and she knows she can go in there and relax. And then you take and you close the crate, and you take the leash and you put it on the front of the crate like that. The point of this is your dog should always be getting used to having a leash connected to it. When you bring home your pup in the beginning, they're not gonna like this leash. They're gonna want everything to get away from it. And I'm saying for the first 4 to 6 months, your dog should be connected to a leash at all times. Whenever it's in a crate, it should be like this right here. When it's not in a crate, it should be on the dog's neck. So she's gotten all her food. Now this is the other thing. Once you take this off, they're not supposed to bolt out of here on their own. She's supposed to sit and wait. Now she might come out because even in the car, I just tell her, get her bone and then bring it. Logo, So she's gonna wait there until I tell her to come out. Logo, get your bone. Your bone. Oh, she wants some water. Logo, get your bone. Get your bone. Your bone. Sit. Get your bone. Sit. All right, so she did it. Pay attention. So now she's connected to her leash, and I would let her go now. Get some water. Yes. And so she went over and got her water. But this leash is to make sure, like if your dog is running around or doing something, you don't want to chase your dog. People touch their dogs way too much. I tell people you should not touch your dog nearly as much as you do if you want a well-trained, well-behaved dog. Look, if a person just wants to love on their dog and use it like a pillow or a pet or whatever, I'm saying pet your dog always, fine. It's nothing wrong with it. But if you want a dog that understands rewards and corrections, I'm saying do not put your hands on your dog. You should not correct your dog with your hands, and you should not praise your dog with your hands unless, and this is crazy because people are saying, well, it would go to one extreme or the other. What I'm saying is touch is an amazing thing for a dog. If you use it correctly, you will get a lot out of it. Logo, come. I'm sorry, she's still looking for food. Come. There you go. This is just me engaging with her. I have no reason for today. I'm just trying to make sure she gets some time out the crate. We're still hand feeding. This is her hand feeding. If she was eating out of a bowl, we would get nothing out of this. Right now, with her being hurt, we're still getting a bonding exercise because I'm watching her in pain. And this also gives me a good time to see what my Logo is going through. If she is going through pain, I mean, obviously today I'm not taking her anywhere. But if she was going through pain every day, I check her out to make sure she's capable of movement. If she's not capable of movement, she does not go with me. And that's what this docking was about. Every time she bust her tail open and was bleeding somewhere, I was not able to take her for the day. And that caused frustration for me, and it caused anxiety and stress for her. Sit. Another thing, oh, she don't like to sit, and I get it. Another thing that the tail docking has really helped me with, that tail felt like a lot of nervous energy and happy energy. And whenever we walked somewhere, she got excited. It was just this thump, thump, thump that I've heard for the past year of my life that I just can't get out of my head. And last night when I got home, it was so perfect because she was sitting next to me and it was complete silence. And it was like, that's all I look for. I had the same problem when I had my ducks. I would come out in the morning and they would announce to everybody that I was there. And I guess that's one thing that I noticed is most people can tell the condition of a dog by looking at its tail. And I'm going to be honest with you. That is one thing that I like reserved for me is understanding what my condition of my dog is. If a person sees a tail wagging, they think, oh, it's a happy dog, and they want to approach. If a person sees a tail tucked between its legs, they see a dog with anxiety, and they don't want to approach. If a person sees a tail straight in the air, they think, oh, this dog is, I guess what I'm saying is, I don't want people to be able to read my Logo as well as I can. I want it to be a little bit different. It's kind of like saying out in the wild, when an animal, find it, when an animal is hurt, it will not project its pains to the world because basically predators go after the weakest link. And if a predator is going to go after the weakest link, it's in nature's best interest to mask its pain as much as possible so that it doesn't become the weak link today and can live to be a stronger link tomorrow. So they won't project their pain. And that's one thing I've noticed with Logo. She doesn't project her pain. She doesn't tell me when she's in pain. I mean, she whimpered a little bit last night, but she's doing so great. If you can't tell, down. Good girl. I don't normally give her food while she's down, but today we're gonna make some special circumstances. I don't want her to stand the whole time. But that's why I'm sitting as well. Leave it. And see, that's why she has to have these cones on. And I brought a couple cones out here to talk about cones too. But I'm not gonna keep this video long. I just want her to get out of the crate, have a little bit of enjoyment, get her breakfast, and she's doing it in a different manner, but we're still doing the same things. But she has been doing great for everybody who's been keeping up with her. So last night, one of the videos that I posted yesterday about her going to the doctor to get her, or to the vet to get her tail cropped or docked or amputated. Somebody corrected me this morning. Uh, I had a video go viral. It got over 50,000 views and I don't know how many likes. It's like 2,000 or something. But I'm happy about that. I'm not happy about how I had to get it because yesterday was one of the hardest things for me. Oh yeah, I tried to make light of the situation, but I did not want to see her go through surgery. And it just reminds me of how I have to go through surgery on Monday. But that's why I scheduled this the same way. We get it done at the same time. She could be down for 2 weeks. I could be down for 2 weeks. She goes back for a checkup. She's doing great though. She's doing great. And I'm gonna be honest, just not feeling like I'm gonna step on her tail, not hearing it thump up against the walls. I know a lot of people are upset about it, but I'm gonna be honest, people. One thing I've learned is you can't care about what everybody in the world thinks. You gotta be okay with what works for you. And if you let everybody in the world control your life, you're gonna have a life that you're not happy with. And what I'm saying is I'm not trying to develop that kind of life. I'm trying to develop a life that I'm happy with. And my logo is helping me do it. We're starting to move like fluid. That means we're starting to move right through it, passing through the BS. So yes, that's what we're here to do. That statement is true. I done found out a lot about me. It's kind of like I'm saying I found out a lot about you. We all one and the same. Ain't that true? Same whatever. It was going to be cute, but it wasn't. Find it. So today, all we're doing, I put a leash on her. A lot of the things that I do is just because when she's under medication, I don't know what she's gonna do. So I just check her out today to see what she's gonna do, and she's been doing great. I don't feel like she's any different of a dog. She just has a shorter tail, which is definitely harder for me to get used to. But I am loving that me and her are starting to walk through environments with silence, like not hearing that tail whack up against stuff. And sometimes I would look back at her for how hard she hit something and think, did you break your tail? Or is your tail gonna be bleeding? Even my boots in my barbershop, they get cut on my chairs a lot. I got a lot of older chairs. So my chairs, they cut everything. And that's where some of her, find it. That's where some of her, bring it down. She was going for that cut. I don't like that. But that's what some of the cuts could have come from, is whacking things in the barbershop with her tail, because like I said, those older chairs, they're starting to fall apart. I will be investing in some new ones. But right now, I got too many things going on in my life. I literally have to come out here and shut my AC off just so I can have conversation. Because that boy's making too much noise. But I need to get Logo a new crate. Somebody gave me a recommendation saying, turn on something on my page so they can give me tips for all the helpful tips and tricks that I'm giving out. I appreciate that. I don't expect anything, but I appreciate it. But I'm not here for that. I'm here to pass on information. I feel like if you pass on information, at least to the people who expect it or who receive it and are happy about it, want to use it, we'll just make the world a better place. We're done. We don't have any more food, so she can lick my hand. She did good. Now, one thing that I will say that I give her when I take her in the house, and I'm going to just let her chill out here because she's, not only is she in a cone, but she's in a crate all day now. Not all day, I take her out, obviously. But I want y'all to see what I give her. These are the bully sticks that I get from Costco, and I cut them in half to that length right there so I can double the amount. It comes with 12 in a pack. When you cut them in half, you turn it into 24. So she loves these. Sit. Good girl. Stay. I make her work on carrying it. I make her work on out. Good girl. Bring it. I like to switch items. And see, this is now an attention grabber. This is going to hold her attention. It will overpower her tail. This might as well, but she wants this. Bring it. Good girl. Out. Bring it. Good girl. Out. Yes. Bring it. Pay attention. Bring it. Yes. Out. Yeah, she's still paying attention, y'all. Bring it. Yes. Bring it. So just because you think you can't work because she's in a situation where she can't, you see how I adjusted my scenario? And I'm saying it really is just as easy. And all I'm trying to do is just spend 15 minutes a day with my dog in a way where she has to focus on me. Pay attention. Good girl. Out. Good girl. Bring it. Free. And now she knows she can have it and relax with it, and she can just do what she wants to. So, hey, this is just a short video. I didn't know what I was going to do. I brought a few different things. I'll talk about a couple things before I get off. These are the things that I carry with me for my logo. I carry a hard bowl. I like these because they're easy to clean. I can throw hard food in it or wet food, and it's easy to wipe out with a paper towel afterwards. They're small enough to fit inside this bag. It just fits in the top like that, so it works great. I carry, and matter of fact, I'm gonna do one of these videos too today. So these are a couple samples that I got from Costco. I'll be doing a video of how she likes these because I'll probably invest in them if she likes them. I carry a couple different toys in her bag just to switch it up or to play with, to get her excitement, because she carries this bone everywhere she goes. This is one just to add some little extra excitement to life. So I carry that with me. I carry a couple different leashes with me. Now I want to show you these cones because I bought both of these cones from my vet. This one definitely makes it so she can't get to things and do much. This one makes it so she can at least move around a little bit. This one is just Velcro, and I put a collar inside of it to hold it together, and you just wrap it together and you Velcro it. And then this one is just a hard plastic one, and this is the one we've been using for the past 2 days, or since yesterday. But other than that, I don't have anything that I want to do. I just wanted to show everybody, like, the reason for this right here is so I don't have to touch her if I need to guide her somewhere. If she didn't want to cooperate, I would just grab this and take her wherever we need to go. I used, for about 6 months, probably a little longer, I'm trying to be a little bit more sharp than the average person, and I get that. But I used this in my house for at least 6 months, at a minimum 6 months. And every time something happened where I had to move towards her or use a training collar of some sort, I just resort back to this for another 2 weeks. Every time your dog seems like they've lost the training that you gave them, I'm saying you have to move back to this or move back to 2 weeks. Basically, it's basic training. Just wash your dog back and start over. This is the corrective tool that is going to save you a lot of having to chase after your dog, having to put hands on your dog. You don't even have to call your dog's name. You can just simply walk up to the leash, engage with the leash, and then tell your dog where to go. Don't use the word no. Let's drop that. So this is what I do, and everywhere for about 6 months. I would say if you do that, that is going to greatly change the way you and your dog interact. And what I mean by that is, when you walk from one room to the next in your house, every time you cross a threshold, you should be telling your dog to walk with you and place your dog as early as possible. If you teach your dog to walk on a leash when it's 8 weeks old to let's say 3 months old, so 2 months to 3 months old, if you teach your dog how to walk on a leash, then you'll have less problems with your dog when it becomes a year old. So that's why this is important. First thing you attach to your dog every day before you play, and as soon as your dog gets home to stay, I'm saying this is the way. Attach this leash to your dog. Please believe me, that will help you tremendously. Now, watch, logo, sit. Sit. Relax. And see how she takes it with her. She took her food with her. She knew that that's where I threw food when she was a puppy. So she knows she's allowed to have food in her crate with her. Only time she can have her bone in her crate is when we're traveling. But when we're home, her bone never goes in her crate, and she understands that. And then I clip the leash back to the front of the crate. So if I was getting out a new puppy, what I would do at this time, I would walk up to the crate, I would take off the leash, I would open the crate, bring it, sit. Connect the dog straight to the leash immediately. Out. Get some water. Logo, come. Water. Right here. Get some water. Get some water. Water. That's how you teach your dog how to drink water. Come. You see her attention. Sit. Good girl. Stay. Sit. Sit. Stay. Now watch this though. I'm not gonna tell her the same word. I'm gonna let her choose if she wants to stay here or go in the crate. Logo. Free. She chose she wanted to go in the crate. She wants to be in the crate with it, so why not let her? Logo. I guess we're pretty much saying we're done then. I'm not gonna keep pulling her in and out the crate. If she wants to relax in there, she can. But what I'm trying to prove to people is if you use your crate properly, your dog will find its crate as a comfortable space. This is a place that it wants to be in, not a place that feels like torture. When I tell her relax, it means go inside of your crate and lay down and you can drop your bone. Relax just means you're free to drop your bone, you're free to do whatever you want to. Now free means you're free to roam around. I don't want her to drop her bone when I say free. She could roam anywhere, but she needs to keep her bone with her when I say free. And she can put it down, but wherever she chooses to put it down, I'm trying to get her to understand that is also where you stay, if that makes sense. You can't lose your bone is the point. So a little bit complicated, but what I'm learning is dogs are amazing and they can pick up pretty much anything if you spend the time working with them. And my dog just got her tail docked yesterday, and you see she's still working perfectly fine today. I mean, with reason. We took it easy. We did not go through what I normally take her through, and I plan on doing this every day along the way. So I'll let y'all keep up and see how she's doing. I am going to be honest, I love the tail docking. First reason, I know, well, I don't know. It is still longer than I thought it was gonna be. It looks like it can still hit the ground. I don't know if it's gonna bleed. If it does, but if it does, I'm gonna be upset because that was the one thing I asked him. I do not wanna have to go through this again. I do not wanna see blood on my dog. I do not wanna have to take my dog to the vet to get her cut again. This is not something that I did because it looks cool. It does not look cool to me, but it does feel cool. It sounds cool. I am so relieved that I do not hear the knocking. Even in here, this crate, when she gets excited, knowing she's about to come out, she just smacks the inside of the crate. And it's like, not until you come down, because I know as soon as you come out the crate, you're gonna be whacking it up against everything in my life. And I'm saying a lot of things in my life are metal and sharp, and I can't have a tail that's bleeding everywhere. It just doesn't work for me. Hey, much respect and much love to everybody who understood why I got it done. The people who don't understand, I understand why you feel the way you feel. I did not want to get my dog's tail cut off either. But she has made my life better, and I like having her in it, and all the stress that was coming from her tail, it did not do us well. And it's a safety concern for her as well. If she would have broke her tail in half or done something worse, I would have had to watch a dog in excruciating pain. Blessedly, the little bit of pain that she was in, or the little bit of blood that she was putting out, was also not causing her any pain. It was causing me pain. And the last straw was when a lady asked to pet her, and the lady was very, very nice. Oh, Logo just loved her. And normally, if I get a bad energy, or if Logo gets a bad energy, I make my dog sit. Or if she's not cooperating well, I make her sit and stay. And then she can get pet. But if a person is just in love with her, or I see that it reduced their anxiety, or whatever the case may be, I will let Logo free, and that is what lets her run up to the person. And then she will lay down on her back and let you rub her belly. Well, this time, when she rolled over on her belly, the lady had blood on her finger, and I was like, are you bleeding? I thought Logo might have scratched her with her fingernail. It's what you always worry about, hurting someone with your dog. So the lady's like, no, that's not my blood. And I'm like, well, where did it come from? And I look at the ground, and it's just blood all over the ground from where she was happy and wagging her tail. And then I look down at the lady's leg, and it's blood on her legs too. I'm just thankful none of it got on her clothes. Oh, she didn't finish it. Logo, come. Down. You're gonna be in a crate all day. No reason to be in a crate right now. But that's her happy place. She's relaxed in it. It's not like torture to her. But when I saw the blood on the lady, it just freaked me out a little bit. And if she would have had on nice clothes, which she didn't, she had on shorts, so when it got on her legs, it didn't get on her clothes. But when I walk and her tail bleeds, it gets on the back of my pants from just how her tail wags back and forth. So I agree. I did not want to cut her tail, but I'm thankful I'm not stepping on it. I'm thankful I'm not having it knock up against the wall, and I'm thankful she's not bleeding anymore. So I feel like I made the right decision, and I feel like my vet did a great job. I'm actually happy with how much tail they left. I just needed to heal, and so we're gonna stay on soft areas like this. I'm not gonna put her up on that log or do anything fancy with her for at least 2 weeks. So this is what our content is probably gonna look like. I'm gonna get more and more creative with how I can train her in a stationary location. But today is just me assessing and letting you all know how she's doing from her surgery yesterday. Hey, so I just want to say thank y'all, much respect, much love, everybody who cares about her. I appreciate y'all tuning in to see how she's doing. I'll be going to get my surgery here on Monday, and we'll both be down for a little bit. But at least I know I can come out and do this at a minimum. So stay tuned, y'all. Much respect, much love. This your boy and his logos, and we out.